Okay guys, quick update. Wash is done. It had a couple, you know, little dirtier spots than others, but overall, it's a new truck, so it's not that bad. So, next step requires this glove, which is too small. And that is going to be the first step in the decontamination stage. Iron out removes iron and embedded particles, contaminants in the paint. It takes them out. So it's just like sort of a face cleanser. Anything that you wash normally, the cars, this will take out normal washes that you can't get it out in. So usually it's like rail dust and stuff like that, but we're gonna see it turns purple and it's extremely horrible smelling. So I usually keep this separately from all my other stuff. It's usually in the garage, it's usually away. Never spill it, never touch it if you can, you know, possibly do that at all. So the key, which is a pain in the ass, is to spray the whole vehicle down. So this is where you end up using a lot of product, but I should be good. And I'm going to be interested to see how contaminated this is, because it does sit outside, but it is a newer vehicle. So we'll see how this thing goes. So let me set you guys up here. Actually, give you a quick little. As you guys can see, hopefully, there are some iron particles. There's not a ton, you know, they're mainly lower. So I'm noticing most of them are on the back, which makes sense because that's where a lot of the dirt kicks up, shit from the road, all that stuff. Yeah, so there's mostly, you know, a lot back here. That's where the majority is. So let's, oh yeah. Look inside there. So a lot of stuff gets caught in there, and this is just stuff that you'll never get off by washing normally. So I don't see any other crazy areas, you know, as you look a little closer down below. But that's going to make the paint extremely, you know, slick, extremely good looking. It's going to take any, you know, contaminations out, as I mentioned. So and the hood really isn't that bad, so that's good. So we're gonna blast this off, just rinse it down after it's been sitting. It's been about, you know, close to 5 minutes, so usually that's a good time to, you know, just rinse it off. Okay guys, rinsed all down, looking great. That even makes a big difference. I know you probably can't tell on camera, but like even just iron out by itself is a huge step to take when you're trying to make your paint look good. So next step is going to be using this thing, which is called a Nanoskin Auto Scrub. This is the medium grade pad. They have a fine grade, but on such a big surface, and we're not actually using clay, just as a time saver, and I don't know if it really needs it. There wasn't a ton of iron. The paint feels okay, but we're gonna do it. Normally you can use detail spray as a lubricant, because you do need a lubricant and you need it for a clay bar as well, or you can use soapy water. So I have enough soapy water left, and it's such a big vehicle, I don't want to be using detail spray. So we're going to be using soapy water. Larry from Ammo NYC uses it, and he's a pro. If you don't know him, you know, I would definitely look him up. So next step is going to be just the sort of clay bar or nanoskin. Okay, so normally I start top to bottom, but I'm just going to show you this panel because you guys are going to get the idea. So I'll just dip this in some soapy water, and all you have to do is a wet surface already. You sort of just go like this. So that's all it takes. You can also, you know, sort of get this lubricated with the sponge, and then you're done. A few pounds of pressure, you don't need a lot. You know, go over the lights, go over the windows, go over any surface that would normally be slick in its nature. It is picking up a little bit. I feel it grabbing just slightly. So this will be a good step. I think it is worth it. Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it picking stuff up. So yeah, especially down here, you might have to go over it twice just because it kicks all that crap up. And the customer did text me back and say I could do a coating on the tailgate. So I'm going to be doing that. That'll be exciting. So that'll be an extra little step in this video. And that's it. Super simple. Similar with clay bar, you just have to knead the clay. So this panel only took 2 minutes while I'm filming. So Hopefully the whole truck takes, you know, 15, 20 depending. I have to get in the little crevices, and then the roof, of course. Being a short detailer is not fun, so that'll be fun. But I just want to show you this panel. You get the idea. You don't need to watch 20 minutes of me nanoskin oil scrubbing the car. So I'll check in with you after I'm done. Time to rinse. Alright guys, on the home stretch, now it's time for the drying procedure. Normally I do use a drying aid, but since we're going to be waxing the car, I don't want to introduce any sort of gloss in between. I don't want to introduce any product that has anything in it in between the power lock sealant and the paint. So I'm going to be using an extremely soft, I think this is called a pluffle, from the Rag Company to dry the F-150. And very, very straightforward process, top to bottom. It's very, very clean. It hasn't moved. There's no sun, so I can take my time other than the fact that it's getting dark out here. So just dry the car, and then I'll see where I am, and then I'll check in with you guys after I'm done.